Okay, so let us try and continue with question number 11. All right, so let us look at question number 11. Um, okay, so let us try and look at question number 11 straight away. This one is actually talking about your circular measure. Okay, so if you understand circular measure, right? Circular measure is actually there is a how to say there's a formula that you learn. I mean, there are only two formulas that you learn in this particular topic, lah. Okay, and then the formulas that you learn in this topic might not be equal to something that you learn in your modern maths. Okay, in your modern maths, there is also something on circular measure, but then the formula that they are using is a bit different. But then if you are asking me in your exam, are you able to use that formula or not instead of the one that is in Addmath? I would say to you that it is possible, means that your answer is still correct. Okay, walaupun you gunakan formula untuk modern maths to answer this particular question. Okay, if you are not familiar with Addmath punya formula, then go ahead, just use your modern maths. But there are some things that you might want to know first before you even answer this question. Number one, all right. When we are dealing with your angle, talking about your circular measure, right? Okay, so when you are talking about angle, then most of the time this angle is actually labeled in terms of radian, right? We label this angle in terms of radian, and you have to understand how to change from degree to become radian. Radian is another way of just another unit that you can use for degree. I mean for angle. Okay, another unit that we can use to label the angle, right? Now, how are we going to change from degree to radian? I'll just have a recap with you. Okay, so macam ni kita nak tukar. Let's say if you have something in degree and I want to change to become radian, kan? You have to remember degree change to become radian. You have to multiply by pi and then over 180. Okay, so likewise, if you are going the other way around, means that daripada radian pergi ke degree, so you have to multiply by 180 over pi. Okay, so this is the basics of your degree to radian and radian back to degree. This is the first thing that you learn in this topic. Okay, the first formula. Next, you're gonna learn something on what we call as the arc length. So I'm just gonna talk about the formula first. So you have the arc length. Okay, so the arc length. Alright, in this case, kan, your formula is S equals to R theta. And remember that R is your radius, your theta is actually the angle in terms of your radian. Okay, theta is the angle in terms of radian. Of course, you're gonna tell me that, teacher, last time I learned like this one, x over 360 multiplied by 2 pi r. Boleh tak guna formula ni? Boleh. This formula can also be used in this particular topic. Okay, cuma kalau lah, let's say you dah belajar Addmath kan, then why not just try and use the Addmath formula. So itu adalah arc length, and later on we learn area of sector. Okay, area of sector, which is equivalent to A equals to 1 over 2 R squared theta. Okay, all the symbol is still the same. Okay, so setengah 1 over 2 multiplied by the radius square, and then you multiply with your angle, which is in terms of radian, right? Remember that. And one more thing that is not so popular in your Addmath. Bukan kata tak popular lah, tapi formula itu tak ada dalam you punya formula list. It's not in your formula list, which is the area of segment. Alright. What is a segment actually? Apa maksud segment? Okay, I think sector everybody understand lah. Kalau kita cakap sector, if we talk about sector kan, your sector seems to be like this. So this is your sector. This is your theta, this is your radius. Okay, so those are the labeling that you can have on a sector. But then what is a segment? A segment is actually when you have a line that cross off from the other point to make a triangle, and this particular part that I shade over here, right, this is called the segment. Okay, and then what is the formula to find the area of segment? Anyone want to try? Apa formula dia untuk dapatkan area of segment? There's a formula, but that formula is not given in your exam actually. Dia tak diberi lah exam kamu lah. Okay, so you have to know what is the formula. The formula is 1 over 2 R squared, and then open bracket, theta minus sine theta. Okay, so 1 over 2 R squared, theta minus sine theta. If you are not familiar with this formula, you may want to jot it down, okay? Tapi kalau lah, let's say you tak tahu how to say, let's say you feel that this formula is very difficult for you to digest, ataupun kamu rasa susah sangat untuk kamu faham formula ini kan, so the best way is just taking the formula of your sector, 1 over 2 R squared theta, and then minus the formula of your triangle, okay? You can use the formula of the area of triangle yang kamu belajar dalam solution of triangle, which is 1 over 2 AB sin C. Okay, basically it's the same thing over here lah. Cuma dalam case ni A dengan B, they are both R kan. Sebab atas dan bawah R juga kan. So therefore, you can say that the A and B is considered as the radius. Jadi you boleh kata lah macam tu, 1/2 R square theta minus 1/2 times R square. Nampak tak? A dengan B tu dua-dua tu R kan. So dua-dua tu R. So therefore R times R you get R square. And then multiply by sine. Again the C is the angle. So sekarang sine theta. So therefore I think macam cikgu ada jelaskan dengan kamu kan benda ni. Okay, I'm not so sure. Cikgu lupa sudah. So this one 1/2 and 1/2 R square ni you boleh keluarkan. So that's why you get 1/2 R square and then in bracket theta minus by sine theta. So inilah formula yang we derive from the area of the sector minus the area of the triangle. Then you can dapat area of the segment. Okay. But then kalau you boleh ingat formula area of segment, it's going to, how to say, save up some of your time lah. You tak perlu nak fikir panjang lagi kan. You can just substitute the information dalam you punya formula and you can get the area of segment. Okay. So these are all the formulas and some of the topics, the notes that we learned in this topic. Okay, ada berapa nota yang pendek sikit kat sini. So now let us try and see what are we going to do in the first question. The first question is rather simple, sangat-sangat simple. But then you kena pandai baca you punya diagram actually. You have to know how to read the diagram. Okay, so now over here. Your diagram 6, okay, in your figure 6, EDB is a semicircle. Okay, so EDB is a semicircle centered at A, and ADC is a semicircle centered at B, and then you are using your pi is 3.142. You have to calculate the theta in terms of radians. So in this case, this is your theta, okay. Now, I want to know berapa dia punya sudut dia. What's the angle? Okay, what's the angle for the theta? Anyone find the answer kan? Found the answer. What's the angle? Let me ask you, apakah dia punya angle dalam bentuk degree dulu? What is the angle in terms of degree? Try to think. Apa nilai kamu? 120. Very good. How do you know it's 120, Angeline? How do you know it's 120?
Sebab apa tu? Dia punya radius tu sama panjang semua, jadi angle dia pun sama 3.
So maksudnya this one lah, you mean? This one. So this one is the same lah. Betul tak? Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Yes, so means that this part mesti 60 darjah kan? So I think this one is understood, like everybody can understand because this is an equilateral triangle. Okay, segitiga yang sama sisi kan? Okay, so therefore you have 60 degree, this one also 60, this one also 60 kan? So bila semua tu 60, then I know that this part here is equal to 120 degree. Tapi again, the question doesn't ask for your in terms of degree. Dia kata dalam bentuk radian kan? Therefore, you have to use this formula lah. You kena gunakan idea ni. Okay, so degree change to become radian. So what we're going to do is that 120 multiplied by pi. Okay, pi I just do some substitution now. You substitute 3.142 and then divide by 180. So there you go. You can get the answer. So the answer over here is 2.095 radian, right? So that's your answer for question A. What are 2 marks on this? Okay, 2 markah maksudnya dia adalah agak senang lah. This one 1 mark here and the final answer is 1 mark. That's it. Kadang-kadang soalan cuma bagi 1 markah je pun soalan ni. Okay, this question is 1 mark. Sometimes you are seeing 1 mark only. Okay. Alright, so this question is done. Katakan you dah jumpa soalan ni. Okay. Next question B. Find the perimeter of the whole figure. Now, I want you to try out for those yang belum cuba. Bagi yang dah cuba kan, can you just tell me what do you get kah? And then I can check for you. See whether you got it right or not. Okay. So Bridget, Angeline, are you going back to school tomorrow? Shalene, you going back to school tomorrow? Oh no ha. Kamu orang kumpulan berapa? Kumpulan A ke kumpulan B? Oh, okay. Supposedly esok kumpulan A kan? Balik ke sekolah kumpulan A kan besok kan? Oh, okay. Alright. Cuma dengar macam pengetua mau buat sesi counselling ni. Okay, bukan dengan pelajar sekolah lain lah, pelajar SMK Riam. Tapi sebab apa tu? Sebab persediaan pelajar untuk balik ke sekolah sangat sikit bah. Macam kelas kamu kan, kelas 5 Neptune. Out of 31 kan, only 7 kan? 7 yang bersedia untuk balik ke sekolah. So, I heard lah, dia cakap lah, okay, maybe dia bawa YDP kan, macam dia buat session lah. But I'm not sure lah bila dia mau buat. But just take my words lah, okay. If let's say you are not feeling comfortable to go back to school, just ignore lah apa yang pengetua cakap lah, okay. Just ignore lah, okay. Kalau you rasa tak berbaloi kan. For other classes, actually, I think sama juga lah. Actually, averagely is less than 50% yang akan balik ke sekolah. So it means like macam satu kelas 30, lebih kurang 12 je lah yang respon mau pergi lah. Lebih kurang macam tu lah. Okay, so that's why that day meeting, you know, my meeting at school kan, dengan pengetua malam sampai pukul 11 kah? My goodness. Sampai pukul 11 lah meeting dengan pengetua. Semua cikgu lah. Oops. Ya kan? Yeah, Shalene, correct. So, did your mom say anything or not? Ada mak kamu cakap apa? Jatuh phone. Aduh. Betul lah kan. Imagine lah kan, macam mana lah kan. Meeting boleh sampai pukul 11 kan. Orang mau tidur kan. Aduh. Ya, lebih kurang lah 10 something. 10:30 kah kalau tak silap kan. Lebih kurang tu lah. Sampai saya pergi masak Maggi bah, sebab lapar ni. I go masak Maggi ni. Oh ya kah? Tu kan, lepas tu yalah, dia pun biasalah pengetua SMK Riam bah. But that's why I said lah, kalau let's say you guys are feeling not comfortable kan, just ignore lah, okay. Apa pun dia mau cakap lah, apa pun pengetua cakap kan, the health is more important lah. If let's say you feel that it's not comfortable to go back to school kan, just tak perlu peduli lah. Okay, so let us look at question B. Do you get the answer already? Question B, the parameter for the whole figure. You try out first, okay. I'm gonna check why my iPad is like this. Kenapa dia macam ni? Dia selalu akan screen. Okay, so let us look at question B straight away. Okay, find the parameter for the whole figure. Okay, when I say find the parameter for the whole figure, guys, it doesn't mean just only the shaded part. Okay, so over here, guys, if you see from this question, the whole figure means what? The whole figure means from this point up until this point, and then tambah this point up until this point, and then tambah bawah ni. This is what it is meant by the whole figure. Okay, itulah maksudnya the whole figure. And I can say that you should know this one is 6 already, and then you should know this is also equal to 6, and you should know this is equal to 6 as well. Okay, And do you know that actually this side and this side, they are also the same length? Okay, sebelah kiri dan sebelah kanan kan, the arc length, right? They should be the same. Because this one is 120 degree. If I tambah satu garisan kat sini, this is also equals to 120 degree. So basically they are of the same length. Okay. If let's say you want to just calculate satu saja, then you darab dengan dua, that's the best method lah. So this is what we can do. Okay, look at question B straight away. Tengok soalan B ya. So to find the perimeter of the whole diagram, okay, so first of all, let us just take one of this. Kita cari dulu panjang arc length ED. Cuba cari ED dulu lah. Okay, let's say we want to find arc length ED. So what happens is that I have S equals to R theta. So I just substitute, my radius is equals to 6. And then my theta is the one that you found just now, which is 2.095. Okay, 2.095. Masukkan saja, okay, and then you do some calculation. Alright, so what do you get there? Okay, so 6 times 2.095, we should get 12.57. Correct. So kat sini is 12.57. Now 12.57, this is 12.57. So what we do with all the numbers, you just add them up lah, you tambahkan saja. So therefore you got 12.57 plus 12.57 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. Okay, ada 36 tu kan. So just add them up and you should get the answer, which is 43.136. Okay, so there you go. Itulah jawapan perimeter kamu. How many of you got this one correct? Can I just see number 1? Cuba tekan nombor 1 if you got it right. Okay, Cristiano got it right. What about the rest? Okay kah? Boleh jawab soalan ni? And then let's look at question C. Okay, good. Alright, now question C. Question C may be a bit challenging. So I just give you the answer first for those who have tried already. Siapa yang dah jumpa soalan C kan? The answer is 34.4507. Do you got this right? If you got this right, you can type 2 for me. Kalau dapat betul, you type 2 for me. For question C. Cuba type 2 kalau you dapat betul. Question C might be a bit more challenging. If you got it right, you can type 2 for me. Alright. Ataupun belum buat lagi. Belum cuba lagi. Okay, so we do it together lah. Kita buat sama-sama. We buat together lah. Okay, so over here, how do I get this answer? So, first thing first, tengok dulu bahagian ya. Cuba kamu tengok bahagian ni. Which part of the diagram is the shaded? Soalan kata find the shaded region kan? Okay, find the shaded region, the area of the shaded region. So in this case, if I look here, this one is the shaded region. Sini saja okay. Walaupun sini macam ada kan, tapi tak ada okay, so this one tak ada sini. Okay, there's nothing there. So the shaded part is only the first sector tu saja. Okay, just the first sector. Alright. So what are we going to do here? Apa yang kita nak buat? You have to actually find the area of sector yang besar ni. I'm going to throw this away lah, okay? Because you have already done it just now. You dah dapat jawapan dia. So you cuba padam ya. So I'll just throw everything away. I will just focus on the sector saja. Cuba kita fokus pada sector tu. Okay, cuba kita fokus pada sector tu. So over here, we are going to talk about this sector. Okay, this one. Only this one. Right. You rasa-rasa boleh cari kat sector tu. So this sector, what is the formula kan? 1/2 R square theta kan? So 1/2 R square theta maksudnya masukkan 1/2 darab dengan R square 6 square. And then your theta is still 2.095. 2.095. Okay, so that's the sector yang kamu dapat lah. Okay, so just do some calculation and see what you get. Okay, I think you should get 37.71, right? So itu adalah sector kamu. Tetapi you have to throw away this part. The one that I highlight in yellow tu kan? Okay, ataupun the one that I shade in red lah. Cikgu kena buang ni. You need to throw this part, okay? What do you call that? What do you call that? The one in red. Apa nama dia? This is called the segment kan? Betul tak? This is called the segment. Okay. It comes in handy lah. Sebab you dah belajar formula of segment tadi kan? Which is 1/2 R square theta minus sin theta. Okay. Alright. So now, can you find the segment or not? Boleh cuba cari segment dia? So, using this one. This is the 60 degree ya. Ini 60 darjah. So you have to change that 60 degree to become your radian. Kena tukar jadi radian dulu. Okay? Try. Cuba cari segment tu. Dah dapat segment tu, and then you try and minus off by 37.71. And then you should get the answer, okay? Try it out first. Oh, one more thing, just a quick check with you. You have to check whether your calculator is in terms of degree or radian. Sebab kalau kamu gunakan your theta dalam bentuk radian kan, your calculator mesti tukar dalam bentuk radian before you press calculator. Okay. This is happening when you have something to do with sine, cos or tangent. Kalau you nampak ada trigonometric function, then you have to be alert lah dengan you punya calculator tu. If your calculator is not in terms of radian, you have to change to become radian first, right? Everybody okay or not to change the calculator to be a radian mod dalam bentuk radian? Boleh tak? Siapa yang tak boleh? Please voice out lah. If you cannot, please let me know. Dian, are you okay? Can you change the calculator to become radian?
I don't know how, sir.
Okay, right. So, what calculator are you using? The white one ke? Ataupun the black one?
The white one.
The white one, Okay, let me check first, Angle unit. Okay, if you are using the white one kan, is it the FX570EX kan? Is that the one? Yang canggih tu kan? Betul tak dia?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you press shift and then you press setup. Press shift, press setup. Do you see angle unit? Do you see there's a angle unit number 2? Number 1, you see input. Input, output. Correct not? Number 2, you see angle unit. Kan? Nampak tak angle unit? Okay. So in your case kan, for your calculator, you press 2. Okay, what do you see now? Do you see the first one is degree? And then the second one is radian. Kan? Betul tak? Okay. So now you are going to choose number 2. Okay? Have you pressed that one? Did you press that one, Dian?
Yes.
Yes, Do you notice that on your calculator, kan, on the screen, kan, there's a capital R, the small one. Do you see an R over there?
Yes.
Yes. That one is telling you that is radian already. Okay. Before that, it was D. Before that, it was D as for degree, right? So kalau you dah tukar jadi radian, then it becomes R. Why do I need to change to become radian? Because the angle that we are using for your calculation kan, is in terms of radian. Okay, so if you are using degree as your calculation, then your calculator must be in terms of degree. So this is something that is very important that you have to bear in mind. Okay, right. So let us try this out. Cuba cari dia punya segment. So what I can do is that I'll just say 1/2. So I'll do it here. Multiply by 6 square. Okay, so 6 square. And then your theta, what do you get for your theta? Is it 1.047 kah? 1.047, right? Your theta over here, yang ini 1.047 radian. Betul tak? So 1.047 minus sine 1.047. You can use that way, right? Bila you dah dapat yang ni, you just press calculator lah. Kalaulah ada sesiapa yang tak nak guna radian, let's say you don't want to use radian here, you just put 60 here kan. Kalau let's say you put 60 there, that means that your calculator dalam bentuk degree. Okay, your calculator dalam bentuk degree. Kalau you tak nak guna radian, kalau you nak guna sin 60, so kalaulah you gunakan bahagian angle itu 60 darjah kan, which is in terms of degree, calculator kamu mesti kekalkan degree. Tapi my advice to you, because I don't want you to get confused with all this kan, so I would say that the theta always change to become radian for this topic. Untuk topik ni, you mesti gunakan radian sebagai dalam bentuk angle kamu. So therefore, I will just tell my student, just don't get confused. Kalau topik ini, you tekan saja calculator kamu dalam bentuk radian. And all the angles, you guna radian. Supaya you tak salah. You don't get it wrong. Okay? So over here, you got 1.047. Okay, just do some calculation here. And let me see. What do you get here? Okay, so what do you get? Do you get 3.259 ka? Do you get 3. Very good, Amber. So this one is your answer, 3.259. Okay. If you do not change to become radian, then there's gonna be a very, very huge difference lah. So therefore, this is the answer for your segment. Okay. And then to answer your question here, apa you nak buat adalah for question C, you have to take the area of sector minus the area of segment. Okay. So that's it. Okay, area of sector just now, what was that? 37.71. 37.71 minus the area of segment just now was 3.259. Okay, so just take 37.71 minus 3.259. And then you should get 34.451. Okay, huh? 34.451. Right, so that is your final answer. Do you think this question is alright? Is this question clear with everyone? Dian, are you going back to asrama tomorrow?
No.
Oh, you're not going back to asrama tomorrow? Oh, because your mom said you are going back to asrama kan? So no lah, tak jadi.
Tak jadi.
Jadi macam mana lah? So you guys still go on with your PDPR kah?
Yang balik itu sekolah macam biasa. Yang stay at home tu ada Google Meet.
Ada Google Meet lah. Oh, okay lah. Kalau ada Google Meet, okay lah. So are you still joining the class next week? Oh no, you're still joining tuition class?
On Saturday maybe I sudah balik ke.
Oh, you dah balik ke asrama. Okay. Anything, just let me know lah kalau you want to join kan. We're welcome lah to just join, okay? Right, so question C done already. So kalau soalan ni okay kan? This is something that you must try to focus when you're coming to your exam lah, okay? Sebab soalan ini memang confirm wajib ada punya dalam exam kamu. So don't worry so much. This question here will be out in your exam. Memang akan ada punya. Satu soalan. Okay, satu soalan. How many marks? 10 marks. 10 markah. So I think this question is something like, how to say something like doable punya soalan lah. Tidaklah dia macam soalan yang integration, differentiation yang agak susah. This one is something that is doable. Means that something that you can score. Benda yang kamu boleh score. So try to score. So question 11 done. Look at question number 12, right? Question number 12 is something that is a must. Bukan lagi yang kamu boleh pilih soalan macam ni kan, soalan 12 ni, you mesti buat dia. Betul tak, Shalin? Kan? Sebab soalan ni antara soalan paling senang di dunia kan? Okay, I don't know lah. Okay, look at question 12, right? Okay, first of all, when you look at question 12 kan, kalau boleh, kalau soalan tak ada bagi labeling, try to label first, okay? Contohnya, let me see, let me just go through the question with you, okay, slowly. Given that your angle PQR is 87.95, okay, you have that one already. PQ is 10 cm, PR is 12 cm, TQ is equals to QR. So now, this one is something that you must try to label. TQ is equals to QR. Yang inilah yang benda yang bila you tengok dalam soalan, bila dia tak bagi dalam diagram tu, you try to label it on your diagram, okay? Because it's very important as well. So over here, you can put this as 7 cm, okay? Dia tak bagi 7 cm kan? Just put it there lah. Just try to label out yourself. Next, what else? You are asked to find the angle of PRQ. PRQ. So this is the angle that you want to find, okay? Listen, kalau lah soalan macam ni kan, you only have around 3 to 4 formulas that you need to know how to use, okay? I think the formulas are quite simple. Okay, so the one that always that you will see is what we call as the sine rule. Right, so you have learned something called sine rule. Sine rule says that if you are having two pairs of information, let's say kalau lah kamu punya segitiga macam ni kan, okay, let's say kamu ada information angle dia 30 darjah. Just an example lah, 30 degree, and then over here you have the information. This one maybe is 12 cm. Okay. Ini maksudnya satu pasangan. When I say satu pasangan, maksudnya you punya sudut and you punya sisi tu ada. Okay, the one that is opposite itself. Okay, opposite each other. Benda tu ada, itu dikira sebagai satu pasangan. Okay, you have one pair. Alright, and then I have another pair, but then it's not complete. Macam ni. Let's say kamu ada satu lagi pair. Contohnya kamu ada yang ni 15 cm. Lepas tu this one X. Okay, let's say now I have another pair, but it's not complete. Kalau you ada case yang macam ni kan, most likely you are just going to just hit your answer with your sine rule. You akan gunakan sine rule kamu. Sebab sine rule is going to, you can find your answer by using your sine rule over here. Okay? So, how does sine rule works? Sine rule adalah, kalau you ada A divide by sine A, okay, you can say that it's equals to B divide by sine B. Okay? Or you can say that it's equals to C divide by sine C. So this is how sine rule works, okay? Right, sine rule works, So now, kalau you nampak kan, apa maksud A dengan A tu kan? This one is the side. Okay, I'm just doing some refresh. This one is the side lah. Okay, and then this A is the angle. Okay, ingat tu So the side and the angle lah. So macam ni lah. This is the angle and this is the side. Okay, dia mesti bertentangan antara satu sama lain. Okay? Kalaulah cikgu bagi satu segitiga yang label dia ABC kan, ini adalah cara yang kamu boleh tengok. First of all, if I have ABC like this, label dia punya sisi dia macam tu, so my angle will be A here. Okay? Dia mesti berpasangan. Pasangan dia mesti bertentangan. Means that it must be the opposite angle. Lepas tu yang this one, the B, the opposite angle will be here. Okay? Itu pasangan dia. Satu lagi, kalau you tengok C ni, pasangan angle dia mesti di seberang dia ataupun di opposite side. So therefore you have all this as your reference. Okay? As your reference for your sine rule. Okay? Now, if you look at this question, kalau you tengok soalan ni kan, okay? If you look at this question, can we use sine rule or not? Let's just try to check. Kita cuba check lah. Boleh tak guna sine rule? Ataupun actually kan, let me see boleh tak guna sine rule? Let me check first boleh kan? Because you boleh tengok segitiga yang ni. Okay, you can actually focus on the big triangle. Okay, kenapa cikgu focus on the big triangle? Sebab cikgu ada sudut ni. This angle here, 87.95. That angle dengan mana yang bertentangan? Dengan mana yang bertentangan? Dengan 12 kan? Okay, so this angle and this side, they are opposite to each other. Bila dia opposite, maksudnya itulah dia punya pasangan. Okay, one of the pairs. Next, this is the angle that we want to find. Ini adalah angle yang kita nak cari. So let's say, this one I put as the angle R lah yang kita nak cari kan. Lepas tu, kamu cuba tengok, ada ke tidak dia punya pasangan dia? Ada pasangan dia 10 cm. Okay, so this one is something that you can use sine rule lah. You boleh guna sine rule terus, alright? So how do I use sine rule over here? It's up to you actually. Kalau you nak gunakan tan divide by sine R, okay? So maksudnya you punya sisi kan, your side 10 bahagi dengan you punya angle sine R. Then is equals to, now the other one would be 12 divide by sine 87.95. Okay, you can do this, alright? And then you can try to just cross multiply and get the value of R. Okay, I hope that this part tak ada masalah. Siapa ada masalah this part? Siapa yang rasa-rasa soalan ini susah? Can you let me know? So that maybe I can do a bit more thorough ataupun a bit more detail. Can say again? Oh, boleh. Why not? Can, no problem. Right, so now, kalau macam tu, I padam lagi I padam lagi Okay, I padam this one again. Alright, again. Okay, one more time Okay, now, let me see First of all kan, as I told you, ya kah? Never mind. Okay, so let's say when we are given this information, okay, so maybe the first thing that I want to label is that this one is the same length. Okay, so this is 7 cm. Maybe you label it for later lah. Nanti mungkin you akan gunakan. Maybe now you are not using it, but maybe later you're gonna use it. Alright? Okay, first of all, soalan minta kamu cari PRQ Okay, so you want to find PRQ. Where is your PRQ? PRQ. So this is the angle that you want to find. Okay, yang kamu nak cari, angle yang kamu nak cari. Alright. Sine rule. Let me just do one more time. Okay, do one more time. Okay, if I am given, let's say I give you in terms of A, B, and C lah. Okay, let's say I have this is A, and this is A, this is B, and this is C. Okay, you have to understand that when we are talking about the pairs kan, the pairs means dia punya partner lah. So dia punya partner macam mana? Kalau you nampak ini adalah you punya sisi A kan, this one is your side A, right? Okay, the partner is this one. Okay, the angle which is opposite, to that side, which is your angle A. So that is the partner. And then if I have my side B over here, okay, this is my side B, my angle would be the one that is opposite. So this is B, okay? And then if I have my side C, this is my side C, my angle would be the one that is opposite. So that will be your angle C, okay? So let us find out how to use the sine rule first. Sine rule says that you have your side A over angle sine A equals to side B over sine angle B, or equals to C over sine angle C. Okay? So now, if let's say my question, I give you some of the information. Okay? So I give you some of the information. Let's say I give you this information. I give you some of the information, and I want to find something here. Okay, let's say katakan I have this one. This is 10 cm. Okay, and then I have this angle. I have this angle which is maybe 30 degree. So this is when I have one pair. Kita sudah ada satu pasangan yang lengkap. Okay, we have one complete pair. Alright. The other pair yang mungkin cikgu bagi kamu something like this. Let's say this one is 90. No lah. Maybe I say it's 80 degree. Okay, and then this one I want to find. Okay, so when you have something like this kan, you nampak tak ada dua pasangan? Ada dua pasangan? Ada. Tapi ada satu pasangan yang tidak lengkap. Okay, ada satu pasangan yang tak lengkap. So over here, this one is 30 degree. Dia punya pasangan, dia 10. Okay. Kalau you tengok X kan, you want to find X kan, dia punya pasangan tu 80. You have two pairs actually, but then one of the pair is not complete. Okay, one of the pair is not complete. So bila ada case yang macam ni, then you might want to use your sine rule. So how do I use sine rule kan? You have to say that one of the side divide by the angle. So you can say 10 over sine 30. You tengok tak? 10 tu kan? 10 tu adalah dia punya sisi. And then the 30 degree is the one that is the angle that is opposite of the 10 kan? So maksudnya inilah you punya pasangan. 10 dengan 30. Alright? 10 cm and 30 degree. Next, B over sine B. Okay, so you can say that because I want to find X kan? This one is the other side yang kita nak cari. So I can put X on top and then sine B, kita boleh letak sine 80. Okay? And then next, you can find your value of X already. So how to get the value of X? Most likely, you can just bring your sine 80 over to the right. Then you can dapat X is equals to 10 over sine 30 and then multiply by sine 80. So this is how you get the value of X for this particular example lah. Okay? But then let me give you one more example. Cuba tengok satu lagi example lah. One more. You see if I give you some of the information, let's say kita dapat macam ni. This is 80 just now, okay? 80. And then let's say this is X. I do not know. Okay, I don't know the X. But then I give you 10 cm here, and I give you maybe this is 15 cm. So now my question is that you have to find X. So first of all, check. Kalau you tengok ada pasangan tu, let's say over here, this is your pasangan. X dengan 80. Okay, ini satu pasangan. Do you see any pasangan yang lain? Ada pasangan lain tak? Do you have any ada pasangan ke? You tengok 10, ada pasangan tak? Tak ada kan? 10 tak ada pasangan. Okay? Let's say 15, ada pasangan tak? 15 pun tak ada pasangan. Okay? You do not have any angle that is partnering with the side. You tak ada angle yang pasang dengan dia. Okay? So therefore in this question, do you think you can use sine rule ke? Can this question use sine rule? What do you think? Boleh guna sine rule? Masih boleh guna sine rule? No lah. Kalau dia tak ada pasangan, you tak boleh guna sine rule. Pasangan kamu tak lengkap, you cannot use sine rule. Okay? Pasangan tak lengkap, you ada pasangan tapi dia tak ada dapat dua pasangan tu, you tak boleh guna sine rule. Okay? So when you cannot use sine rule, then the other method would be cosine rule. Okay? The other method would be cosine rule. So how does cosine rule works? Okay, listen Cosine rule, okay, cosine rule, cosine. Nama sudah cosine kan? So maksudnya nanti you kan nampak ada cos lah. You kan nampak ada cos lah. So cosine rule says like C square equals to A square plus B square minus 2AB cos C. Okay? So this is the cosine rule. This C here, the first C yang kamu nampak ni, ini adalah you punya side. Okay? So that's the side that you want to find. And then this one is the angle. Okay? Normally, kalau you punya segitiga tu, dia macam ni case dia kan, dia tak lengkap lah, maksudnya tak ada dua pasangan. Tapi you nampak ada satu pasangan yang kamu nak, yang kamu boleh masukkan, means that you have one pair. So 80 and X, you can actually use your cosine rule sudah. You boleh guna cosine rule sudah, you can use your cosine rule, right? So how do I use my cosine rule? My A and B will refer to this one. Okay, A and B. So my angle C and the side C will be the 80 and the X. So I can just put something like this. X squared equals to 15 square plus 10 square minus 2 times 15 times 10 and then cos 80. So I can find my answer from here. So that's how I use my cosine rule lah. Alright. If you still feel that this is not really, not really clear kan? Okay, let us try out the question. Kita cuba tengok soalan dia. Okay, look at the question straight away. Okay, look at the question The question here, you're asked to find your PRQ. Okay, you want to find PRQ. Alright. we cannot just look at this triangle. This triangle is not going to give you anything. Okay, this triangle tak boleh bagi you jawapan apa-apa sebab memang betul you ada satu angle X yang kamu nak cari, and then you have the 7. Okay, you ada satu pair kat sini. Tapi kan the rest of it you tak ada. Maksudnya this 7 tak ada pun sini. This one pun tak ada. Okay, sebab 87.95 is the whole thing. You tak ada information. So means that your information is not enough if you look at the small triangle. You tengok segitiga kecil tu, you punya information tu tak cukup. Okay, so the only way is that you may want to look at the big triangle. So which is this one? You may want to focus on the big triangle. Okay, so this big triangle, you have this angle that you want to find. Okay, you ada angle ini yang kamu nak cari. Alright, and then cuba tengok angle tu ada tak pasangan dia. So when I say pasangan, you mesti cuba cari sisi dia. You must try to find the side. Ada side tak untuk yang segitiga besar? Ada. So 10 cm. So means that this one is one pair. Dia satu pasangan sudah. Okay, satu set sudah. Satu set lah, cukup panggil dia satu set sudah. Next, ada tak set yang lain? Ada set yang lain tak? Ada. Sebab 12 cm, dia punya pasang dia 87.95. Itu satu lagi set. Kalau you nampak ada dua set dekat sini, you can most likely use the sine rule sudah. You boleh gunakan sine rule kamu. Okay? So, how do I use my sine rule? So, this is what happened. You can say that this is your angle X kan? Okay? You can say sine X divide by 10. Okay? Sine X divide by 10 equals to, now this one is your angle again kan? So, you boleh gunakan sine 87.95 divide by 12. Okay? Just now I wrote this way. 10 over sine X equals to 12 over sine 87.95. I just want to let you know that both are correct. Okay, dua-dua cara pun boleh. Okay, ini sama saja. Okay, dua-dua tu adalah sama saja. You nak tulis side kamu di atas kan? You nak tulis you punya angle kamu di atas kan? Make sure if you write your angle on top, your side below, then the next equation would be your angle on top, your side below. Dia mesti macam tu. Kalau you punya sisi di atas, angle kat bawah, yang second fraction pun mesti sama. Sisi di atas, angle kat bawah. You must have the same arrangement. Okay? So kalau you punya sisi di atas, means that dua-dua sisi kamu di atas. Kalau you punya angle dekat atas, means that dua-dua kamu punya angle mesti di atas. What do you think? Amber, are you still better? Do you think it's better?还是不能够哈 Amber. Can? Okay. So next, how am I going to solve this question? Okay, how do I find the answer? What about the rest? Oh, ya kah? What about the rest? Shalene, are you okay? Angeline, Bridget, Leanne, are you okay? So I want to find X now. What to do? Apa yang cikgu nak buat? So maybe some of you have this this kind of technique that you always use, which is cross multiply. Boleh lah, go ahead. Just do your cross multiply. Nobody can stop you. Okay, buat saja. So sekarang you ada 12 sin X and then equals to 10 darab dengan sin 87.95. You can do this, no problem, right? You boleh buat macam tu. Lepas tu, 12 ni, you kena pindah balik ke sini. So instead it becomes divide lah. So now your sin X equals to 10 times sin 87.95 over 12, okay? And then cuba tengok, sin X kamu tu sama dengan apa? Before you even press your calculator kan, now for this topic, you akan tukar balik calculator kamu jadi degree. You have to change it back to become degree. Kalau tidak, jawapan kamu akan jadi silap juga. So means that you have to understand which topic you are talking about lah. Kalau topik ini kan, sebab you punya angle dalam bentuk degree, so make sure your calculator is in terms of degree also, okay? Dian, are you okay? Boleh tukar balik jadi degree kan? You can do that, right? Boleh, huh? Okay. So now just do your calculation. What do you get? Sin X equals to 0.8328. 8328. Okay. So find X. Shift sign now. Sign inverse. So you will get 56.39. Okay. 56.39 degree. When we are dealing with your angle kan, okay, dalam you punya Addmath and also in your modern maths, please make sure you put 2 decimal number at the back. Kalau ada decimal number, please make sure you put 2 decimal number at the back. Okay, mesti ingat lah. You tak boleh jadikan satu decimal, tak boleh nak jadikan dia nombor bulat, tak boleh. Kalau ada decimal number, mesti letak 2 tempat perpuluhan. Okay? More than 2 is okay lah, tapi biasanya kita tak bagi more than 2 lah. Okay? So we will ask student to give 2 decimal number at the back. Okay? Alright. Yes, Amber. Your answer negative. Negative 96啊。maybe maybe Amber 你看一下你 calculator 是在 radian 吗？因为这个是 degree， 你要换去 degree 哦。okay. So because kan I mean for you guys kan, for those who are taking Addmath kan, you have to be very very alert with your calculator. Okay, you always have to check whether your calculator is in terms of degree or your calculator is in terms of radian. If not kan, you might get messed up when we're talking about the trigonometry. Okay, we're talking about your circular measure. We're talking about this one. This one is your solution of triangle. All these things kan, you have to be very very sure what angle are we talking about. Okay, if your question is having angles in terms of radian, then make sure calculator is in terms of radian. Okay, kalau you punya jawapan untuk angle kamu dalam bentuk degree, that means that your calculator must be in terms of degree. Okay, and then in modern maths tak ada istilah radian langsung. There's nothing to do with radian. Jangan sesekali pergi tukar jadi radian in your modern maths. So modern maths just use degree saja throughout the paper. Okay, jangan tukar apa-apa. Only for Addmath saja lah, you kena be alert. Just be alert. Okay, Amber, do you get the answer already, Amber? No. 还是没有Okay, wait 这个对吗 Amber？ 这边我 highlight 的，你有压对吗？你讲一下这个，跟我讲一下。No 你压不到这个0.8328，压不到0.8328拿不到OK， 来，我们看一下你压这个先，压10，然后压乘，然后压 sin。然后压87.95，然后压等于 ，OK， 压了等于你压除，然后压12，然后再压等于，你拿这个吗？你 calculator 换去 degree 了吗 ？calculator 换去 degree 了你 calculator 上面我要怎样知道它是 degree 还是radian 你看到是一个小小的 d， 还是你看到是一个小小的 r？ 你 calculator 是看到什么？还是你看到 g？ Change the RD， 所以你已经换去 D 了啦，换去 D 了吗？OK， 所以这个东西要很小心Amber 要很小心因为我们现在是针对这 degree 的角degree 的角，所以你 calculator 一定要 in terms of degree，alright？ Please guys okay, don't get confused okay, sebab kita belajar bahagian Addmath ni kan, dia ada bahagian yang degree, dia ada bahagian yang radian, okay? And in trigonometry pun sama juga, trigonometric function kan, you also have something in radian, you also have something in degree. So you have to know how to play around with your calculator and then always alert. Okay, jangan main tekan saja. Bila tengok soalan dalam bentuk degree, mesti tukar balik jadi degree. Kalau soalan dalam bentuk radian, mesti tukar balik jadi radian. Okay, so benda tu you mesti alert because you are taking Addmath If you are not taking Addmath, you don't have to be worried about this because modern maths tak ada radian punya. Confirm tak ada radian. They only talk about degree saja. So that's why you are the lucky ones lah kan, betul tak? Okay, you learn more button dekat calculator tu, betul? Beli calculator mahal tapi Kalau yang kelas 9 tu tak dapat tekan bah. Mereka nak tekan pun tak tahu macam nak tekan. So you guys are considered as a lucky one lah kan, betul tak? Kan? Alright. So this is done. Okay, so this is done. Let us look at the next part. Okay, cuba tengok next part. Excuse me. Okay, the length of your TR. Length of TR. Length of TR, I think this is not that bad. Okay, so quite alright. Okay, length of TR. How do I get the length of TR? Now, you know this X already, kan? Okay, so this one, let me just talk about the normal maths that you have learned. Let's say this X, you got your X already. You dah tahu dah X kamu. X kamu berapa? X kamu tu adalah 56.39 kan? Let me double check. 56.39. Okay, so this is 56.39. If I know this is, yes, very good, isosceles triangle. So over here, this one is 56.39 also. Yes, Cristiano. So once you have known that two angle, I think you can find this one already and this one. Just this one. So cuba cari lah berapa yang tu 67.22 kan? $67.22, right? So 67.22. And then you can use your sine rule lah, you can use your cosine rule pun boleh actually ya. Sebab information dia banyak sangat. There are so many info over there, okay? You can use any rule, you can find the answer. Okay, you want to use sine rule, you want to use cosine rule, it's up to you. Boleh dapat jawapan dia. Okay, so just try it out first. And tell me what you get for the length of TR. Anyone got the answer? You can let me know. Dian, did you find the answer for TR? Do you have any idea how to get that one? 7.75, correct, Cristiano, correct, no worries. Okay, so 7.75, that's correct. But then just my advice is that when you are having length, when you're having area, okay, when you're having perimeter, so all those things can try to give me around 3 decimal number at the back. Okay, if not 3, 4 decimal number at the back. Okay, so try to have that kind of practice, try to have that kind of habit. So my answer for question 2, I would say 7.7495. Okay, so try to have minimum 3, I would say minimum 3 decimal number at the back. Okay, that's my advice. In your modern maths, then you have 2 decimal number at the back. But for your Addmaths, some teachers say 4 significant figure. Okay, 4 significant. But then to be safe, right, we put it as 4 decimal number. Okay, because the more you write, the more accurate the answer is. Actually lah. If you ask me, can I write everything that you see in the calculator? Yes, why not kan? Tapi berpada-pada jugalah. Kalau ada 12 nombor, takkan nak tulis 12 nombor kan? Okay, if you want to also, they wouldn't penalize you lah. Okay, dia takkan kata salah. You boleh tulis semua. But then this is my advice. Have 4 decimal number at the back. Okay. So question number 3, find the area of your triangle PQT. So this one also you can use your formula of triangle. You boleh gunakan formula of triangle kamu, and supposedly you can get the answer PQT. Okay, you can try that out first and try to see. Your angle, sebenarnya you boleh gunakan this angle. Before we look at question 3 lah. Question 2, anyone has a problem kah untuk dapatkan jawapan ni? Semua boleh? If you can get the answer, can you type 1? Oh, tak apa Amber, slow, no worries. 慢慢来。这个 chapter 要做好来哦 Amber， 这个 chapter 是 one of the 一定会出的 chapter 哦 ，one of the compulsory chapter 会出的。就是说如果你会这一个题目这一题你已经是在手上是10分了，就很像刚才这样子。这个题目呢，这个题目还有可能不会出现。如果它出现的话，这个题目就是那个的了，就是 拿分的题了，拿分题了，因为这题也是简单的 ，OK。但是这个题目它有时候有出，有时候没有出，我不能够讲它 confirm 一定有，但是大 chances 有啦 ，big chances 它会有。这一题就是一定有的，这一题是一定有的，所以它怎样出法罢了。So that's why if you want to really focus on your Addmath, to get a good grade in your Addmath, kan, you have to basically focus on certain topics. Okay, certain topics for you to begin with. One of the topic is this one, solutions of triangle, right? Make sure you get everything right in this particular chapter. Amber 找到了吗 Amber？你答案是什么？8.4哈，然后8.4哈。Okay, come, let us discuss this question now, okay? Right, I will go slowly, okay? I will go slowly. No worries, if you have any problem, then please ask. Which rule do you use, Amber? Do you use sine rule? 你用 sine rule 吗？ Sine, huh? Okay, so now, let us focus, okay? Sine rule. I want to find TR. So this one is the one that I do not know, this part, Okay, this one I don't know. Okay, TR I don't know, okay? So, which one is the mana satu pasang dia? 它跟谁是 partner 来的？这个跟这个是 partner 对吗？67.22 Is that correct? The TR is partnering with 67.22. Am I right? Remember, okay? Up until that? So, what I can do is that 你是 partner with 87.95 哈？Why 67.22? 你 partner with what? 87.95 哈？Oh. Hey, come. Okay, now I know the mistake already. Okay, see Okay, you see try to look properly here. Okay, look properly here. 87.95 is the whole thing Okay. Okay, and then I am actually focusing on this triangle I only want to focus on this triangle. Okay, because TR I'm looking for TR. You see that? I'm looking for TR. Okay, so I only focus on that triangle. And now the angle, it should be this one. And not 87.95. It should not be 87.95. Okay, so how do I find this angle? This one is 56.39. This is also 56.39. So what do? 180 minus 56.39 minus 56.39. So what do I get here? I will get something like 67.22 lah. Okay lah, 67.22. Okay, Amber? Okay Alright, so now this one is the side, the X TR yang kamu nak cari, and this one is the partner 67.22. Okay? Which other partner? 7 and 56.39 is the other partner kan? So what I can do is that I can use my sine rule because I have two sets of partners already. I have two sets of partners. So now I can say that x over sine 67.22 equals to 7 over sine 56.39. I like that. Do you think you can do this, Amber? Okay, not? Oh, so the sine 67.22. Okay, you understand why now? You understand why is it 67.22 already? Okay, Amber? The rest of you can or not? Don't have to say sorry. Pa, say sorry. Okay, the rest of you okay or not? Bridget, Shalene, Deanne, Angeline, okay. Alright, so if you're okay, then the value of x over here is 7.7495 now. Okay, look at the third one. Find the area of PQT. What's the formula of area again? Anyone can tell me? 1 over 2 times? Times base times height. Okay, times base times height. Okay, over here, do I have my base or not? I don't think you can find the base, kan? Can you find the base, Cristiano? No, kan? You cannot find your base, right? Okay. Okay, so if not, what else? What is another formula? 1 over 2 AB sine C. 1 over 2 AB sine C. This one is the formula that is, how to say, memang dia khas untuk this chapter. Okay, 1 over 2 AB sine C. Most likely, you won't be able to use 1 over 2 times base times height. Okay, most likely you will see 1 over 2 times AB sine C. 1 over 2 AB sine C. Okay, and there's another one that you learn from your form 4, which is called the Herons Formula. The Herons Formula is something like this, right? You have S, and then you have S minus A, S minus B, S minus C, and then you have a square root. Okay, this formula is not really that popular lah. Herons Formula. If I'm not mistaken, nama dia Herons Formula. Okay, this formula is not so popular because bukan semua soalan boleh guna formula ni untuk jawab. Okay, not all the question that you can use this formula to answer. And then to get the value of S, what is the S? Apa maksud S? S is actually all the perimeter add up. Okay, you tambah semua perimeter tu, and then you divide by 2. Okay, so that's why it is not really that popular as it is not universal. Dia tak boleh guna untuk jawab semua soalan. Tapi this formula can be used to find every question. Semua soalan boleh jawab gunakan formula 1 over 2 AB sin C. So that's why I'm not sure lah about your school teacher. Kalau cikgu kan memang cikgu tak berapa fokus sangat dengan Herons Formula. I don't really focus on Herons Formula lah. Okay, so up to you. Kalau you rasa-rasa Herons Formula is easier, you can use that one. Tapi untuk soalan ini memang tak dapat lah. Soalan ni you must use your 1 over 2 AB sin C. Okay, let me focus on this triangle. So the question says that you want to find area of triangle for PQT. Okay, ini soalan dia. PQT. Okay, so you have done with the rest. Cikgu padam semua ni dulu. Okay, I'll just throw everything out, everything away. And then I just focus on that particular triangle first. Okay, so I'll just focus on this one. P, Q, T. Okay, since I know this part here is 67.22, then I think I am sure I can find the other side. Okay, I am sure I can find the other side. I'm going to label it as a pink color. Okay, so how do I find the other side? You can say that 87.95, right? And then minus by 67.22. Okay, I will get 20.73. So over here, this one is 20.73. Correct or not? Okay, so this is not done because you want to substitute everything to the formula, kan? Jadi you punya formula becomes 1 over 2 AB sin C. So 1 over 2, wait I write it here lah. 1 over 2 AB sin C. So 1 over 2 times your A and B, kan? It refers to the two sides, which is 10 and 7. Okay, and then sin C multiplied by sin 20.73, and there you go. You akan dapat nilai area dia, and that's it. Okay. Alright, so question number 3. Okay, this one. I throw this thing away also. Shalene, are you still following, Shalene? Ataupun dah pening dah? Ataupun dah dizzy? Bukan pening ni tapi dizzy. Sleepy, ayo, kesiannya. Okay, so yalah the dosage, I mean the second dose memang dia akan buat kamu sleepy no doubt lah. And then the second dose will also make you feel tired lah. You're gonna start sangat tired. Okay. Because you took your vaccine when Amber? Today kah? Friday Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay lah. Still ada effect maybe still effect. Kebas left hand Oh, not sick one Sunday tuition. Oh yeah lah. Yeah. So yesterday I am so sorry because I have to bring my dad for swapping kan. And luckily lah, turns out to be negative lah. Kalau my dad something happened to my dad kan, then my whole family will have to go for swab test also. So luckily lah thank God lah, yang dia pun negative, and we are also safe lah Alright. Now this one is what you can do. So just press your calculator and you should get the answer is equals to 12.389 So that's your answer. Okay, so question 3 is done. Now let us look at question B. Tengok soalan B And this one everybody can answer? Boleh Semua boleh dapat jawapan Okay, so if everything is okay, let us look at question B So question B Question B says, in diagram 7.2, right, your triangle SQR is the image of triangle TQR under a reflection in the line QR. Okay, what does it mean? It means that this triangle then, this is the new triangle, but then it's a reflection. It's a reflection of this one. Dia adalah segitiga yang sama sebenarnya. Okay, just imagine that's what happened when we cannot bersemuka kan. I cannot make you imagine, but you cuba imagine this triangle dia reflect pergi sini. Okay, the original triangle reflect dia pergi ke sebelah tu Okay, so now what are you going to label? What are the things that you can label? Now, first of all, I want to find this angle. Can I find this angle or not? What do you think? Can I find that angle? Anyone can tell me what is that angle? Is this angle equivalent to this angle? Are they the same? Yes, very good. They're the same. 67.22. Good job, Cristiano. Okay, so 67.22. Itu adalah nilai kamu kan? So, why is it important for me to find that angle? Okay, you see the question is asking you to find the length of your PS. Mana PS ni? PS. Ini dia. PS. Alright, so now you are only given 10 and 7 dekat sini kan. So, you have to find the angle by hook by crook because you boleh gunakan you punya cosine rule. So the information is not so much. Information kamu tak banyak. Okay, cuma cikgu boleh lukis balik lah. PQS. Okay, I can actually draw back my PQS. And then this is my Q. This is my P. This is my S. This is 7 cm. This is 10 cm. And then what else? I have this one. This whole thing. I can actually just take 87.95 and then plus 7. Okay, 87.95 plus 7. So your answer is 87.95 plus 67.22. Okay, so you get 155.17. So this is 155.17. Okay. So now you are asked to find the PS. PS is the one that you want to find. Can we use the cosine rule? Can you use cosine rule now? PS squared equals to 10 squared plus 7 squared minus 2 times 10 times 7 and then cos 155.17. Like that. Then you can find PS already. Okay, try that out and tell me what you get for your PS. Berapa panjang PS? Tell me what you get. 16.615 correct. So 16.615 对了，没有错 OK. Betul, good job Amber. Okay. So after you have done PS, okay, got your PS ready, we are going to look at one more question that is compulsory that you can see in your exam as well. Okay. Soalan yang memang wajib you akan jumpa dalam soalan exam kamu. Okay. So which is we call as the index number. Okay. So let us look at the next part. The rest of you, are you okay or not with the question B? Deanne, Angeline, Bridget, Shalene. First a little stress Ya loh. Boleh Okay. Alright, so kalau boleh, kalau everybody's okay, you have no question for this particular problem kan, okay? I'm gonna tell you that this one is a must for you to answer in your exam. Okay, you must answer this question. Alright. If you look at bahagian C kan, if you look at bahagian C, soalan cakap jawab 2 soalan kan. You're only asking to answer 2 questions from this section. If you are looking at this one, basically dia ada 4 soalan kan. Okay, you have 4 questions. This one is another one, which is the index number. And then this one is again the solution of triangle. And then you have another one, index number. The real SPM nanti kan, dia takkan bagi 2 soalan solution of triangle dan 2 soalan index number. So they might give you something else actually, okay? Tapi solution of triangle and index number is a must. Dia memang ada punya. So that's why kan, kadang-kadang kan dalam satu sekolah tu, okay? And I'm not sure whether I will do the same for you guys or not, 5 Neptune, okay? Kita cuma akan fokus 2 topik ni saja. Means that we only focus on the solution of triangle and we only focus on the index number. Sebab ada 2 lagi topik tu kan yang dia keluar kan, kalau tak jawab pun tak apa. Sebab soalan ni memang dia keluar dalam section C saja. You only see this one in section C. You won't see in any other part. You takkan jumpa dekat section A, you takkan jumpa dekat section B. You only see in section C only. Okay, so that's why macam last year lah, okay, your senior kan, because SPM kan, I mean mereka pun PDPR kan, tak sempat bah mau habiskan everything. So what we did was we only focus on these 2 lah. Kita cuma fokus yang 2 ni saja. Sebab terpaksa. Okay. So now let us look at question number 13. Okay, look at question number 13. Question 13 says that the manufacture of a commercial item requires 5 types of raw material. You have A, B, C, and D, DE. The table below shows the price and the price indices for that material. Okay, the pie chart below shows the percentage of the raw material quantity used. So how many of you are okay with this question? You have seen this question in your Form 4. How many of you feel that this question is alright? I think I need to do a bit of this one. Do a bit of correction. Okay, so this one is 2009 based on 2007. Okay, sedikit correction. Adakah yang rasa okay dengan soalan ini? Alright, but kind of lupa 50-50 ya. Okay, alright. So let us try this out. What are the information? What are the formulas that you still remember? The formula of index. 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 Okay, what's the formula of index? Q1 over Q0 multiplied by 100, correct? So that's the formula of your index. And then if the index is talking about price kan, dalam case ni kan dia cakap pasal price kan, so you can say that the index is the price 1 over price 0 multiplied by 100, okay? So this one is the base price. Maksudnya this is the base year. Okay, dekat bawah tu adalah base So same thing goes here. Q stands for quantity actually. So it is for the base. Alright? So contohnya kalau kamu tengok soalan ni kan, dia cakap the price index in the year 2009 based on the year 2007. So maksudnya dekat bawah ni adalah 2007. Atas tu adalah 2009. Okay, so this is how you look at your formula, how you use the formula. Okay, next, you have another one which is the composite index. This is called composite index. Okay, composite index is something like a mean, like an average. Dia lebih kurang macam average lah. Kalau cikgu kata index ni, maksudnya let's say from a period of time kan, how much is your certain material increase? Berapa persen dia increase? Ataupun I can say berapa persen dia decrease after a period of time. So this is what index means actually, okay? When we talk about composite index, kalau kita cerita pasal composite index, it's like the average increase ataupun the average decrease of a certain product. Okay, so that is what composite index means. Okay, average increase ataupun average decrease. So the composite index, the formula becomes summation of your index multiply with your weightage divide by summation of your weightage. Ini lebih kurang macam nak cari mean. Ini lebih kurang macam nak cari mean. Okay, something like to find a mean. So later on you will see lah how do I use this formula. Alright, but then just a very quick check with you. Benda ini kan sebenarnya kan dia tidak susah sangat sebenarnya. It's not really that difficult, okay? If you understand the idea. Cikgu nak bagi tahu kamu what does this 120 means. 120 in your index kan, your price index means that the price is increasing by 20%. Kalau you nampak something that is more than 100, so you akan ambil yang belakang dia. Let's say 150. You will say that it is an increase of 50%. Okay, so itu adalah cara you nak baca index ni sebenarnya, the price index. And then one more thing is that kalau you nampak nombor yang kurang daripada 100, let's say you have 95. You have 95. So, you have to deduct by 100 kan? So, bila you deduct by 100, this one is actually 5% decrease. Itu maksud dia. Kalau you get 95 as your price index, means that you have a 5% decrease. Kalau you dah 80 sejak dekat price index kamu, maksudnya 20% decrease. So, this is how you read the value of price index. Hopefully, you can understand that one. Okay? Why is it important for you to read? Later I tell you why. Kenapa pentingnya kamu tahu membaca benda ni? Okay? How do I interpret that number? Okay, it's a very important thing. So now let us try and see how do I find the answer. Cuba tengok mana satu formula yang boleh you gunakan. Okay, this one I throw away. This is just the idea first. Okay, just the idea. Again, this one 2009 2007. Okay. First of all, you want to find the value of x. Okay, you nak cari nilai x kamu. Okay, what happened is that you ada price index. Jadi, price index kamu adalah 2009 over price of 2007 multiply by 100. Like that kan? You punya formula kan? Jadi, senang saja. You just put this one as 120 equals to. So, the price of 2009 is given 24 ringgit. So, 24 over x and then multiply by 100. I think you can find the value of x really. Okay, just tell me what is the value of x. Got it right? And then let me know. What is the value of x? Huh? $20. Very good. So the answer is 20. Therefore, your x is 20 lah. Okay. Why is it important for you to know apa maksud ni kan? Kan question cakap 120 ni maksudnya apa? 20% increase kan? Now you understand It's 20% increase. Kalau jawapan kamu x ni is 20, you see if this is 20 kan? Is it logic kah? Tengok jawapan 24, logic kah kat sini? Logic lah kan? Sebab 2007 pergi 2009 dia ada 20% increase. So maksudnya 20 is your base price. And then after 2 years, dia naik jadi 24 ringgit. So adalah kenaikan kan? Tapi kalau imagine if you don't get 20, maybe you get 32 kat sini. Do you think it's logic or not? No, because if you see 32 and the other one is 24, maksudnya dia ada decrease kan? Ada decrease. Tapi you punya index is telling you that you have a 20% increase. So that's why it's important for you to know how to read the index so that you can actually just double check whether your answer is most likely correct ataupun your answer is most likely wrong lah. So here this one is equals to 20. So x is 20 dan cuba cari y. Y simple juga. Okay, dapatkan y. And this is 3 marks only. Not that bad. So tell me what is your y. $140, very good. Okay, so that's all. Okay, so dapat dah 3 markah, 3 marks done. Next, the next one is the composite index. Okay, the composite index for the cost of manufacturing. Again, composite index is like mean. Dia macam cari mean. Okay, the formula is the summation of your index and then multiply with the weightage. So ini yang dekat sini I do some highlight. Index multiply by weightage and then divide by total weightage. Apa maksud weightage kat sini? What does weightage means? Okay, when I say weightage, this is the word. Okay, weightage is the ratio. Dia lebih kurang macam ratio kamu. Okay, kamu ada bahan mentah, you have the raw material A, B, C, D, E kan? Tapi tak semua raw material gunakan ratio yang sama kan? Okay, just an example kalau kamu masak apa ni? Let's say lah you are going and buy nasi lemak kan? Okay, soalan cikgu kan? Normally I give this example. You pergi beli nasi lemak, jumpa tengok nasi lemak kamu kan? Nasi lemak kamu ada apa bahan dalam tu? What are the raw material? You ada nasi, you ada lemak, tidak. You ada nasi, you ada ayam, you ada ikan bilis, you ada kacang, you ada sambal kan, you ada timun. Tapi kan, you ada telur. Tapi kan, adakah semua tu dia bagi dalam bentuk ratio yang sama kan? Means that bila beli nasi lemak kan, just a quick story ya. Bila beli nasi lemak, you akan nampak, portion dia, ayam dia sikit, maybe 20% tu ayam lah. And then the nasi dia macam 50% lah nasi kan. And then you see dia punya kacang tu sikit lah, maybe 5% lah kacang dia. Ikan bilis pun 5%. Lebih kurang macam tu lah. You can say that that is the weightage maksudnya. Okay. And then, kalaulah ada sesuatu yang kenaikan harga, okay, this is what happened. Let's say, kalaulah nasi kamu tu naik harga, let's say naik harga 50%. Can I say the nasi lemak memang akan naik 50% kah? Basically no kan? Sebab you punya nasi lemak tu bukan nasi saja kan? Dia ada ayam, mungkin ayam tak naik harga. Ataupun mungkin ayam turun harga. So that's why you have to calculate the average. You mesti kira dia punya mean lah. Okay, untuk dapatkan dia punya average increase ataupun average decrease. By putting in your weightage ke dalam pengiraan kamu. So you have to put in the ratio. Okay? Masukkan ratio kamu dalam pengiraan. Right. Which part of this question is your weightage? Ini. Pie chart kamu. Dalam pie chart kamu nampak. You punya material A, this is the amount that they use. Okay? Material B, 54 degree. Okay? And then material C, this one you have to calculate on your own. Okay, cuba kira. Material C, I think this is 72. Okay? So if you calculate this one correctly kan, you can dapat 72 degree. 72 darjah. Sorry. Okay, 72 degree. Alright, and then your material D is 18 degree and your material E is 90 degree. Alright, so bila you dah dapat case macam tu, then what I want you to do is that dalam you punya table ni, cuba tambahkan lah. Tambahkan dia punya weightage. Okay, tambahkan dia punya weightage. So means that you put it here, your weightage. So what's the weightage? 126. What's your weightage of B? 54, like that. And then what's your weightage of C? 72. And then you have 18. And then you have 90. Okay, so you tambahkan dekat tepi dia. And what happen next is, simple lah. Cuma buat macam mean saja. Darab, tambah, darab, tambah. Okay, so you have to take your index multiply with the weightage. Darab, 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 darab. This one is 140 now. So the formula would become, okay, let me just make sure that you see it clearly. 120, this is to answer question B. 120 times 126. Lepas tu plus 130 times 54. Lepas tu plus 125 times 72. And then plus 140 times 18. And then last kali plus 150 times 90. And then everything divide by the total weightage over here. Kalau you tambahkan semua weightage, if you add it up, you can dapat 360 degree. Okay, so therefore you divide by 360. Itulah you punya composite index. That's how you get the answer for question B. Is everyone okay with composite index kah? Are you familiar with composite index? Bolehkah? Okay, alright. So if you're okay with composite index, then do the calculation and tell me what you get. Okay, very good. Cristiano, 131. Okay, so what does it mean? It means that there's an average increase of 31%. You boleh nampak, okay, bila I say 131 ni maksudnya ada 31% increase lah. Secara purata, okay. Averagely 31% increase. Kalau you tengok sini, ada material yang naik 20%, ada material yang naik 30%, ada yang naik 25%, ada yang naik 40%, ada yang naik 50%. So kita nak cari average dia. That's why when you get the average, you akan dapat lebih kurang 131. So 131 means that the product is going to increase by 31% from the year 2007 to the year 2009. Okay, so daripada tahun 2007 sampai tahun 2009, dia ada kenaikan harga untuk produk tu sebanyak 31%. So itulah maksudnya composite index kamu. Okay, the most challenging part in this index number is C. Soalan C ya. Biasanya kalau jumpa soalan macam ni kan, this one is the most challenging part, okay? Because question C, you akan nampak ada satu tahun yang tak ada dalam soalan. Okay, so when you see there are 3 years, okay, this one, nampak tak? Soalan asal cuma ada 2007, cuma ada 2009 saja. Tapi soalan C ada keluar 2011, no. Okay, so this is the part where a lot of students find difficulty. Sebab dia ada 3 tahun. And then your school teacher, maybe they teach you by using the chain rule. Okay, I'm not sure lah if you still remember or not. The chain rule, how to get the value of the index. Okay, menggunakan kaedah chain rule lah. Okay, but then I'm going to use a different method for this. Okay, I'm going to use a different method for this. And basically, you should get the same thing. Cikgu akan gunakan satu method yang berlainan. Alright. If you're okay with question B, I will wrap off question B so that I can use the place for me to answer question C. So cikgu padamkan question B. Anyone want to try or not question C? Ataupun you want me to straight away discuss with you? Question C. Okay, now let me discuss. Okay, let me discuss. Later, Okay, so let's discuss. Okay, first of all, I just write the answer for question B first. The index here, this one again is 2009 based on 2007. This one is 131. Okay, so there's 131. All right. Question says for question C, I read through one time. The price of each raw material is expected to increase by 20%. Okay, each raw material. Setiap satu bahan mentah akan naik 20%. From the year 2009 to the year 2011. Okay, from 2009 ke 2011, you akan ada satu kenaikan sebanyak 20%. Given the cost of manufacturing a unit of commercial item in 2007 is 200. 2007 is 200. So what is the corresponding cost in 2011? Okay, sebenarnya kan, kalau cikgu nak jawab soalan ini, alright, I'm not sure how you're going to use it, okay? I don't want to do the difficult one. Cikgu tak nak buat yang cara susah, cikgu nak buat cara yang senang, okay? So, you have all these 3 years. You ada 3 tahun, 2007, dia dah 2009, dia dah 2011 kan? Bila you nampak soalan yang ada 3 tahun punya case, bila nampak ada soalan yang 3 tahun punya case, you ingat jawab cikgu I will try and list out whatever I know first. First of all, yang index kamu 2009 based on 2007. Ada tak? Ada. Based on the question B 131. Itu yang ada. Alright? And then if you look at this question, the price of the raw material is expected to increase by 20% from the year 2009 to the year 2011. Maksudnya, the index of 2011 based on 2009 is equivalent to 120. Do you know why do I write as 120? Because the question says increase by 20%. From 2009 to 2011. So that's why I can write this one. Index of 2011 based on 2009 is 120. Okay, next. Look, soalan kata apa? You are asked to find the cost of a unit of commercial item in the year 2007 is 200 and calculate the corresponding in 2011. Maksudnya, dia ada kaitan dengan 2007 and 2011. This one is the one that we want to focus, alright? So now, index of 2011 based on 2007. This one is the one we want to find. Okay? Sebab dia cakap 2007, dia punya cost is 200. Berapa harga dia 2011? So we do not know. Berapa kenaikan harga daripada 2007 kepada 2011? We don't know that. So that's why I put a question mark here. Okay? So far, these 3 information, can you understand or not? If you can understand, you press 1 before I proceed. Yeah. Amber, the rest of you can understand or not? You can understand why I write 2011 based on 2009, 120. Kenapa kita nak cari 2011 based on 2007? Okay? Sebab soalan minta kan, soalan cakap dia nak kamu cari harga 2011, sekiranya 2007 dia 200. Alright. So, if you are okay with this, then let us try this out. This is my method. Okay, listen very carefully. Dian, are you okay or not, Dian? Can you understand all the info that I point out? Okay, right. What I am going to do is that I'm going to make a table. I'm going to draw a table, okay? For those who joined last year, I'm not sure lah whether sempat tidak kita buat lah, okay? So now we are going to draw a table. So this is the index. Okay? One by one, satu persatu kita masukkan ke dalam table dia. Cara dia senang saja. Tengok. 2009 based on 2007. Write the first one down here. 2009 2007. And then I put 131. Like that. 2009 based on 2007, 131. Okay, selesai. The first one. Next, look at the second one. 2011 based on 2009. So now 2011, write it down here. 2009, put it there. What do you get? 120. So you have the second number in your table. Dalam table kamu dah ada 2 nombor. You punya table ni memang ada 4 nombor saja. You only have 4 empty spaces, okay? So now, one thing is that you have to remember, kalau you nampak tahun yang sama, okay, so over here, this one and this one. You see, 2009 and 2009. Sekarang you kena letak 100 kat sini. The same year, 2009, put 100. Very good. Christianos, remember. Next, this one is the one they want to find. So I put as X lah. 2011, 2007, itu yang kita nak cari. So kita letak sebagai X. Your job now is to calculate what is the value of X. So what do I do? Cross multiply. Cross multiply, kita dapat nilai X lah. Jadi senang saja. 100X equals to 131 times 120. So X is equals to, try to calculate. What do you get? 131 multiplied by 120 and then divide by 100. So I get 157.2. Okay, I got 157.2. But then this is not the final answer, you have to understand. Because 157.2, this is only talking about the index. Kalau index 157.2, maksudnya apa? Dia ada kenaikan sebanyak 57.2%. Itu maksudnya. So sekarang, we want to count. 2011 nanti, berapa harga dia? Sebab 2007, harga dia 200 kan? So, harga 2011 tu berapa pula kan? Jadi, kita nak kira. Dalam kes ni, we want to find berapa kenaikan harga dia. So, the easy way would be, okay, just putting 157.2 over 100 and then multiply by 200. And then you can get the answer already, okay? Because this one is actually kenaikan harga dia. So, I can say that it's 157.2 over 100. Okay, sebenarnya it's like 157.2% lah. So that's why ada kenaikan 57.2%. Okay, so let me see what do you get here. 157.2 over 100 and then multiply by 200. You get 314.4. So the answer is RM 314.40. Okay, if you feel that this part is challenging, okay, bahagian ni challenging, so I'm going to use the formula. Ada siapa yang tak boleh fahamkan this part? Yang cikgu buat oral ni. Kalau tak boleh faham, I will use the formula of your price index. Okay, cikgu cubalah. Y 200. Okay, you see okay, you see this one kan is the index This one is the index. Okay, this is the index. Index formula apa dia? Price of, because now this is the index of 2011 based on 2007 kan. So maksudnya kan, this is the price of 2011 over price of 2007 and then multiply by 100, correct? So this is the formula actually. So the index that we got is 157.2. And then the price in 2011, I do not know. Sebab itulah kita nak cari kan. So nak cakap calculate the corresponding cost in 2011. Okay, look at the question dia nak cari 2011 punya cost. So that's why I put X on top. And then 2007 berapa harga dia? 200. Betul tak? That's why it's 200 lah. Okay, remember? Because the question says that the cost in the 2007 is 200. So that's why I put 200 down here. And then multiply by 100. Okay? And then I just move it around lah. Saya akan dapat yang ni. Sama je. 314.4. I'll get the same thing. Okay? Let me ask you one question. Let's say, kalau sekarang you beli rumah lah. Let's say, you buy a house. I give a very nice figure lah. 5,000. Tak ada rumah dia 5,000 sekarang. Cuma cikgu bagi contoh je. Let's say you buy a house, 5,000. This one you buy a house in 2021. Okay, 2021 lah, 5,000. So, 2050 lah, example 2050. Price dia naik sebanyak, ada increase lah 50%. How do I count berapa lah harga rumah tu sekarang? 2050 nanti. Dia naik 50%. So, how much is the price? Boleh kira tak? Berapa lah price dia? $7,500 kan? Okay, what do you do? Correct. What do you do? 7,500. What method do you use? Use the price index kah? Do you use the price index? 5,000 times 150 over 100. Correct lah, so 就是这样子哦，macam tu lah cara yang terbaik, okay? So you can say 150 over 100 and then multiply by the original price, which is 5,000. So you can dapat 7,500, okay? That is the actual way to do it lah, supposedly ya. Tapi kalau ada juga orang yang buat macam ni, okay? 5,000, lepas tu dia dapat dengan 50% dulu, 50 over 100, okay? Lepas tu dia dapat 2,500. Lepas tu dia tambah lagi dengan 5,000, okay? Leceh kan? So dapat 7,500, okay? I'm not sure how many of you do this, okay? But then this is also correct. Cuma cikgu tak mau kamu, how to say, I would advise you not to do this Jangan buat macam ni. Kalau boleh, you buat terus 150 over 100 multiply by 5,000. Because I know that there's an increase. Sebab 50% tu increase So that's why 150. 150 over 100 times 5,000 So itulah dia punya formula lah So that's how you calculate increase. Kalau decrease, you minus by 100. So kalau decrease by 5%, you will take 95%. So let's say kalau decrease 5%, example decrease 5%, you akan dapat 95 over 100 and then multiply by 5,000. Ini contoh dia lah. Okay, so if you have decrease, you minus from the 100. Kalau you ada increase, you add up to the 100. So that's why itulah cara kamu nak kira, okay? Hopefully you can understand the math over here. Okay. Do you know how much a house is increasing every year? Tahu tak? Berapa kenaikan harga rumah setiap tahun? Anyone know? Every year, a house is increasing by... Oh, no lah. Kalau 20%, habislah kamu orang. Masa kamu orang nanti besar nak beli rumah, memang confirm tak dapat. 3% more than that. 6%. Averagely, every year kan, depending on the location also, okay? Kalau dekat kampung, of course lah tidak naik macam tu kan. Tapi I'm talking about like, for example, Miri. I'm talking about like Sibu, tempat-tempat yang macam bandar sikit lah. Okay, so all the prices are averagely hiking by 6%. Kalau we talk about Kuala Lumpur, kalau kita cerita pasal Kuala Lumpur kan, it's like 10% pun boleh 10% lah, depending on the area. Kalau lah, hari ini you beli rumah, contohnya dekat Taman Tunku, you buy a house in Taman Tunku, okay, for example, you buy a house for 300,000, okay, you buy a house in Taman Tunku. Let's say the government next year, dia mau buat LRT dekat Taman Tunku tu. Okay. Dia lalu Taman Tunku ini satu mimpi lah sebenarnya, I don't know lah. Let's say kalau the government say dia bina LRT dekat Taman Tunku tu, okay, I tell you this one is easily double Dia 300 boleh jadi 600 because the facility is there So that's why kalau secara amnya 6% lah. So maksudnya 6% every year you are going to expect lah you punya rumah tu akan naik 6%, okay? Tapi kalau something happen to your residential area, okay? Contohnya tempat kamu tu dibangunkan satu metropolis ataupun dia jadi ada hub for train lah, for whatever kan, dia akan jadi macam tu. Amber, sebab itu di negara Bintulu. Yes. In Bintulu the price is really crazy lah. In Bintulu houses memang crazy. Okay, why? Actually nobody knows why, because dekat Bintulu ada apa kan? Bintulu ada minyak je bah. But then kan, people are buying house like crazy in Bintulu. Okay, because I'm also a house selling agent kan. So kalau ada satu rumah dekat Bintulu tu, harga dia 500,000 I tell you Ini kan, today orang jual kan, tomorrow people buy already. Macam Amber lah, kalau dia jual harga rumah dia 500,000 sekarang dia jual nanti 1 minit lagi orang beli sudah. Macam tu lah. So crazy Bintulu crazy Amber 怎么有只在Bintulu你是Bintulu人的咩 You're from Bintulu咩 20 years ago Amber 都还没有Amber 还没有在那时候Okay, alright, so we have done all this already. Now, maybe we try out one more lah. Cuba tengok satu soalan for question 14. Basically, we have already done all the types of questions that you will see in your paper 2. Okay, so let us just look at question number 14. I am going to give you the answer lah. Okay, probably I give you the answer, and then you try and do it on your own first, and you check whether it's correct or not. Okay. Okay, question number 14. Question 14. BC kan, soalan cari BC kan, you jot down the answer 10.18, okay, and then I'll give you all the answer lah. So later on you have to find CD. CD is 2.2, and then question number 3 you need to find the area 20.88. Okay, just jot down the answer first. Alright, then B1, B1 you have to draw your triangle. Okay, so if you see this one may be a bit different. So I'm going to talk about this one, B1. Okay, this one you can use the formula that we have already learned just now to find the area, to find the length. Okay, using your sine rule, cosine rule. Tapi soalan B1, this is something that I have not talked about just now. So over here, what happened is that you are asked to sketch a triangle which has a different shape from your triangle ABC, such that your A prime B prime is equals to AB, A prime C prime is equals to AC. The angle A prime B prime C prime is equals to angle ABC. Okay. If you are asked to draw a triangle, okay, if you're asked to draw a triangle, right, let me just show you one thing. Katakan, kalau kamu ada satu segitiga macam ni, okay, kalau ada A, B dan C, and the question specify, soalan cakap, you punya angle A mesti kekal. This one mesti sama. So this one is still the same. Okay. If this is your question, kan, if the angle A is the one that stays the same, that is still the same, you are going to move the side which is opposite to the angle. You akan cuba gerakkan you punya sisi BC. Only BC can move. The other cannot move. You must remember that, okay? Kalau you ada diberi dalam soalan satu angle yang mesti sama, the side that is opposite to the angle yang boleh digerakkan. So how am I going to gerakkan this angle? How am I going to gerakkan BC? So you have to imagine this is BC. BC ni you boleh gerakkan ke dalam. So this is your C. Therefore this is a new triangle. Sekarang cikgu gunakan warna biru. So this one is the new triangle, whereby this is your C prime, B prime, and A prime. Okay, so this is how you play around with the ambiguous triangle. Okay, let's say kalau cikgu ada satu lagi segitiga, katakan. Okay, let's say this is again PQR. Now, my question say angle P must be the same. Angle P must be the same. Tell me mana satu yang cikgu nak gerakkan? Which one do I need to move? Mana satu sisi yang cikgu nak gerakkan? Can I gerak PR? Can I gerak PQ? Or can I gerak QR? Mana satu yang cikgu boleh gerakkan? I can gerakkan PQ? I can gerakkan QR. Yes, I must gerakkan QR. Sebab kalau ada satu angle yang dia cakap still the same, kan? So means that the angle P is still the same, right? You have to actually move the side which is opposite it. Okay, the direct opposite one. So maksudnya you cuma boleh gerakkan QR saja. You boleh gerakkan QR ke mana? You boleh gerakkan QR ke dalam. Dia punya idea kan untuk gerakkan tu, maksudnya dia boleh gerak ke dalam, boleh gerak keluar. Itu saja. Gerak ke dalam maksudnya R ni masuk ke dalam. Kenapa kita masuk ke dalam? Supaya dia dapat benda yang sama. So that your QR prime, because of course dia akan cakap dia mesti sama. So that's why your QR yang boleh berubah. Okay, so kalau you gerakkan PQ, imagine kalau gerakkan PQ, I cannot move this one so that's why I'm so sorry Kalau you gerakkan PQ mungkin jadi macam ni kan? Mungkin PQ kamu jadi macam ni kan? So this angle is going to change. That angle is going to increase. Dia akan berubah. So that's why angle kamu, kalau soalan cakap ada angle yang mesti kekal dan tetap sama, you tak boleh, you mesti gerakkan yang bertentangan dengan dia. Okay, one more. one more example lah. Katakan, kalau cikgu ada like this. Let's say a M N O. Okay, I say this angle M must stays the same, must be the same. Angle M yang baru bukan yang lama kan dia mesti sama. So mana satu garisan yang cikgu boleh gerakkan? NO, very good. The straight line that I can move is NO. Now, think, boleh tak cikgu gerakkan ke dalam ataupun cikgu nak gerakkan keluar? And I say one more thing. Jap. Oh, I forgot something. MN mesti stay ya. MN mesti stay. This one mesti stay. Mesti sama. MN mesti sama. This angle mesti sama. So, mana titik yang kita nak gerakkan? Kita nak gerakkan titik O. So, titik O kita nak gerakkan keluar. I like that. Okay kah? How many of you can understand the idea? Ada siapa yang boleh faham tak idea ni? No, huh? Yalah, very difficult kalau cikgu tak tunjukkan how do I solve this? Okay. Can I? Because you have 3 more minutes, kan? I will take some time of your time. Okay, I will take some of your time so that I can explain this question thoroughly. Right? Give me some time. I need to use my phone sekejap. I need to use my phone sekejap. Oops. Okay. Wait. I think I off my iPad sekejap. Oops. Okay, sorry. Oops. Okay, testing. Alright, testing. Okay. Right. Okay. Can you see my camera now? Can you see my camera? Is it visible? Yes, okay. So this part is the one that a lot of students will also have a problem with. Okay, but then to be honest with you, it's quite how to say, it's quite, can say difficult to actually grasp the idea. But let me just try with you okay. And moreover, we are using this method kan sekejap. Let me switch my camera sekejap. Oops. Okay. Imagine. Okay. Imagine that I have a triangle, right? Imagine that I have a triangle. The triangle may be something like this now. Okay, katakan. Oh, wait. Okay, let's say you have a triangle like this, right? Okay. Okay. If I say that I have my this one is labeled as A, this is labeled as B, this is labeled as C, okay. And then the question will always give you a condition. Okay, the question will always give you a condition, whereby question says that you have to draw a new triangle. You have to draw a new triangle, and the question says your A prime B prime must equals to AB. Okay, one example lah, macam ni. And then the question also says that your B prime C prime must be equals to BC. Okay, and if you see that's one part that is talking about your angle. Okay, katakan dia kata angle B prime A prime C prime must be still the same, angle BAC. Okay, first of all, we have to actually look at the angle first. Okay, daripada tiga-tiga ni kita nak tengok angle dia. Angle mana yang mesti sama? Angle A. Okay, so we have to actually play our part and look at the angle first. So this is the angle that must be the same. Ini adalah angle yang tak boleh ubah. Dia tak cakap angle ni tak boleh ubah, dia tak cakap angle ni tak boleh ubah, dia cuma bagi tahu kamu angle ni saja tak boleh ubah. Okay, and then the condition will always be only y angle je. Dia tak boleh cakap dua angle tak boleh ubah. Kalau dua angle tak boleh ubah, habislah triangle tu tak boleh ubah lah. Okay, so now there's only one angle that you tak boleh ubah. Okay, one more thing. Look here. This is how I teach. Okay. If you see one angle that you cannot change, means that this angle must stay the same. Lepas you dah lukis satu segitiga yang baru. So, this is what I do. I will put my finger like this. Okay, I'll put my finger like this. Okay. So, if I put my finger at my angle here, means that this side and this side cannot do anything. You tak boleh ubah dia. Sebab dia tak boleh naik, dia tak boleh turun bah. So it means that you cannot actually move these two sides. These two sides cannot move. The sides that you can move is BC. The sides that you can move is BC. Okay? So over here, you see, I want to use my compass. This is what I do, right? I will place my side BC as my compass, alright? And then I have to try and think, where should I land this point C? Okay? One more thing is that soalan cakap, AB mesti sama. So this AB cannot change also, okay? Tapi soalan ada cakap tak AC tak boleh tukar? Ada tak soalan cakap AC tak ada? Tak boleh tukar. Tak ada kan? AC boleh tukar kan? Yang tak boleh tukar AB. AB tak boleh tukar. So means that this point B cannot move. The only point that can move is C. Only point C you can move. So therefore, you will actually put your compass like this, and then this is how you do it. You move it inside. When I say pindah masuk dalam, ini maksudnya daripada C masuk dalam. Okay? Kalau keluar, maksudnya pergi luar. Tapi dalam sini macam mana nak keluar kan? Tak ada benda yang you boleh touching. Okay? There's no straight line that you can touch. The only way that you can touch is by moving it in. You can move it inside. Say, when you move it inside, this is C prime. Okay, that's your C prime. So if I just add my line BC, okay, this one becomes the new triangle. This is the new triangle. Okay, if you look properly, is this still the same? Yes kan? Cikgu tidak tukar dia kan? Cikgu tak ubah dah. Let me see this one. Is this still the same? Yes, this is still the same. This is the same line. BC and BC prime is the same line. Is the angle still the same? Yes, the angle I did not change anything. Tapi of course lah AC dia berubah kan. Cuma dalam soalan, there's no such condition. The condition is not there. Dia tak cakap pun dia punya AC tu tak boleh ubah. Okay, soalan tak cakap. In the question, they don't give you that condition. There's no such condition like that. Alright? Is this problem okay? This part okay not? So it means that this is the new triangle. How do you draw in your exam? You tambah lah. You buatlah segitiga yang macam ni. Lukis balik. And then labelkan. This is your A. This is your B. This is your C prime, B prime, and A prime. Okay? So this is your triangle. Okay, drawing the triangle. For this example, if you're okay with this example, I do one more. I do one more for you. Okay, I do one more for you. Okay, see one more. One more. Okay, one more. Let me see. How can I have it? Okay. Let's say I have P. Q, R. Alright. Let me think first. Okay. P prime Q prime must be equals to PQ. Okay. P prime Q prime must be equals to PQ. Q prime R prime must be equals to QR. Okay. And then angle QPR prime is equals to angle QPR. Let's say this is your condition. I think every time you nampak soalan macam ni kan, adalah soalan macam ni kan. Not to say every time lah. Tapi bila nampak soalan macam ni, a lot of students will think that, macam mana mau lukis satu lukis tiga, and then you will just draw simply. A lot of you kan, you akan lukis sebarang. I don't know about you lah, but then a lot of my student, okay, yang lepas ni, dia akan lukis sebarang je. And then how do I give marks kan? Cikgu tak boleh bagi markah, okay, lukis sebarang tak boleh bagi markah. So over here, what happen is that, you tengok first of all, check dulu angle dia. Mana angle yang mesti kekal? Angle P. Put that angle. Put your hand there. Okay? Mana satu yang boleh gerak? Mana satu yang boleh gerak? Mana satu yang boleh gerak? Okay, type it out now. Mana satu yang boleh gerak? PQ kah? QR kah? PR. Mana satu yang boleh gerak? Which line that can move? QR, very good. QR boleh move. So maksudnya, you punya jangka lukis kan, your what do you call this? Compass kan? You can only put at QR. Okay? You tak boleh letak dekat PR, you tak boleh letak dekat PQ. You can only put at QR. And then, sekarang, you tahu dah, QR tu boleh bergerak. Mana point yang gerak? Q gerak ke R gerak? Okay, think. Which point is the one that's moving? Q or R? R, very good. Sebab PQ mesti sama. Ini tak boleh gerak. Ini mesti kekal. So, means that this point Q, dah tak ada harapan dah nak bergerak. Yang nak bergerak cuma point R saja. Okay? Sebab soalan tak cakap PR mesti sama kan? They doesn't say kan? So, kalau you nak gerakkan R ni, let's say if I put at Q, put at R, bolehkah gerak masuk lagi? Can I go inside? If I go inside, I kena sini kan? Jadilah straight line. Mana boleh segitiga lagi? So, the only way is gerak keluar. Okay, gerak keluar. Let's say you want to draw like this pun boleh. Draw like this lah. Just draw like that. Okay? Now, when you gerak keluar, this is what happens. You can actually take a ruler and you panjangkan PR ni. Panjangkan. Sorry. Panjangkan dia. Sinilah R prime. And then now I have a new triangle. So my new triangle becomes, okay, check back. Cuba check balik. P prime Q prime is same thing as PQ. Ya, betul. Saya tak ubah tadi. Okay. Q prime R prime is equal to QR. Yes, this one is the same length. Sama panjang dia. Lepas tu, this angle, memang betul. Saya tidak ubah ni. So over here, your answer becomes this one. So this is your P, this is your Q, this is your R yang baru. Of course you draw a better triangle lah. Jangan lukis macam cikgu lah. I just draw it so that you can see that this is how it looks like. Okay. The best is actually you draw the original one. The best I tell you you draw the original one and then you draw something like this. Maksudnya you show me that you understand that this is the point R that is moving. Okay. And then you tambahkan garisan ni. And then what I want you to do is that yang garisan yang asal ni kan, you buat dia garisan putus-putus. Okay? You buat dia garisan putus. So, that is what is telling me that this one is the original one. So, sekarang, dia sudah jadi yang baru. Sekejap. Dompet pula. Okay. Dia akan jadi yang baru sudah. Okay? But then, if let's say you draw like this pun betul lah. Tak ada masalah juga. You draw like this pun correct. Asalkan, cikgu nampak QR kamu, dia terkeluar. I can see like this. That's fine already. This is called sketching. You don't have to follow the real scale. Is this clear with you? Everyone. Amber, okay kah? Diane, are you okay? Cristiano? No, you're pro le. Oh, yo, lihai. Angeline, okay mah? Macam boleh faham sudah Kalau bukan sebab online kan, okay? And if my line is okay lah, dia tidak blur kan, I am sure you can understand punya, okay? Sebab kadang-kadang online kan, line is not clear lah, you nampak blur lah. Face to face 1 minute faham dia. Okay, mesti tunjuk juga kan? Macam mana kalau tidak tunjuk kan? Okay, iPad also cannot help sometimes kan? Okay, so if you can understand this one, then it's very good right? Okay, so Angelina okay Bridget, Charlene, Deanne, are you good? Oh, you guys are sleeping already? Sleeping already clear. Okay, finger useful. Yalah, if I put finger in the iPad, you tak nampak bah. Okay, just now I do the finger in the iPad, tapi I think I macam bodoh lah. I buat pun macam mana mau tengok kan. Okay, alright. So I think that's all for tonight's class. Okay, so I will give you the answer later on. I give the answer later on. I don't want to kacau you guys anymore because some of you are very tired already. I understand. Okay, you want to go for your sleep tomorrow. Cristiano, you are going back to school, kan? Amber, you're going back to school, kan? So just take care of yourself. Okay, wear properly, wear mask. Okay, everything. Bring hand sanitizer. Okay, just make sure that you keep your hygiene. Keep a distance from your friend, even though you are how to say macam sudah lama tidak bersocial kan. Okay, it's so long that you have not socialized with your friend, but always keep a distance. Always think like this now. Okay, you have to really help each other. Not to say you tak cakap dengan kawan kamu means that you don't like him or her kan. Just that because you care about him or her. So that's why we put we have a distance between your friends. And also do have a distance with your teacher as well lah. Okay. So we teachers also we will also remind ourselves lah. Walaupun budak kamu we are also putting a distance because I care about you. Okay. We all care about all of you. Alright. So that's all for tonight's class. Thank you so much for joining. Okay. So I'll see you at the end if you still join the class. If not, then all the best to you and take care and stay safe. Okay, Dian? Bye bye.
谢谢老师，拜拜。
Alright, bye bye. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye.